There was some chopping. I didn't hear
Oh, that's okay.
all. I just can you repeat just the question about
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Baltic and Mediterranean?
I mean, I guess my question is like, I mean, Baltic and Mediterranean are very similar maps. So if you're a person who's picking home maps, or whatever in a tournament setting, you basically have kind of two of the same maps to pick. And in case of like even Rooster's pretty close to it. People maybe brought this up in the case
Uh,
of say like Yellow picking Border Patrol, a map that he kind of favors his style, right? But there's nothing else you can pick that's like Border Control. But let's say like you're good at a
I'm not sure.
Mediterranean or a Baltic, you have a lot of choices that are very similar to that. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
definitely. You mean border dispute?
Yeah,
You mean the
yeah.
border dispute map?
Border dispute. Yep, yep.
Oh. Well, Mediterranean and Rooster is definitely closer to the Baltic. Rooster is probably the closest map to the Baltic. Mediterranean is much more land. The water loses its importance on the Mediterranean. It's still very important, but you can easily lose water and still there's so much space to boom, there's so much space to sneak in, there's so much space to attack on the land. So, yeah, it is similar maps, but I would say that Baltic and Rooster is very similar, but the Mediterranean is kind of different. Because you don't see players picking their home maps as Mediterranean. You see that players are generally picking Baltic because it's harder to sneak in. It's
Because
about
it's easier
water,
to wall.
who wins the water. Yeah, and it's smaller land, and the sides from one player to another going there is like really narrow. You can easily check if this player is sneaking or not. And usually there is wolves on the sides, so you can just pulse the wolf and see if there is a sneak. It's much safer. When you're picking Baltic against your opponent, pretty much what you're saying is, I'm better on water than you.
Well, then well, I guess we've already touched on this. Therefore, you think this is a great choice by Slam, and well, we've already mentioned it. You think he'll win this matchup. Well, let's switch
Yeah,
gears a little
that
bit.
would be my guess.
How do you feel about the maps of each player? I guess maybe Baltic isn't a map that you quite analyze as much as say like in Arabia or something.
I don't know. I think the map importance is pretty much the same as in Arabia.
Yeah.
How big your land is and how close the docks is your berries and your resources, and if you lose water, can you boom? And we can see that both players have very good maps if they lose water. It's only bad thing for the DauT is his berries are on the water shoreline. So
You'd prefer
if
he's
Slime is
further
the water,
away.
he can. Yeah, berries definitely. Whenever your berries are close to the water, it's bad for you because enemy ships can just pass by and pick off your villagers. Or if you lose water completely, then you are cut off your berry, and that's your very important food income in the start of the Feudal Age.
Slightly earlier dock for
But
DauT here. Go ahead.
but we can see that this is very unusual Baltic because the water is so small. Usually water is much bigger on this map. And we can see that this map is kind of Mediterranean type actually. Just look at Slam's map on the left side, it's so huge land.
He does have a large amount of land over there on the left side. Well, both
Both
players
players
bring
has
their...
a great fish. They're both eating second boar, 5 villagers on wood for both. Seems like pretty similar. Only thing is, which is what is DauT doing, he's making always loom fast.
Slamstone without loom.
Oh, and actually, yeah, Slam is the player who always makes the loom before the clicking up.
And there it is, loom, and you can expect him to probably try to click up as soon as that loom finishes. He's just about gonna finish this boar. There it is. You can maybe bring that sheep. Oh, he's 2 fucha. Okay, there he goes. Looking over at DauT, he is trying to do the same, but he's actually... Oh, man. Okay,
Yeah.
there he goes now. He
Yeah.
he just got that fishing boat back onto that dock to let him go up. But what is very slight advantage for, well, but what, 10% in terms of technology research for Feudal Age there? Advantage for Slam?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. I would say it won't make that much difference, which is surprising, because I think Slam can do much faster Feudal Age. Not much faster, but like 10-15 seconds.
Well, both players getting their second lumber camps up and their mining camps on the gold there. Second dock has already been built for Slam, and he's now getting his third. DauT just now getting his second. We are moments away from being in Feudal here.
Well, what was interesting what Slam did was he made his docks before he made the mining camp.
Oh,
that's
indeed.
why he can afford third dock.
So is he... oh man, he's not gonna have the gold to produce from all three of these. Well, he doesn't have the wood either, for that matter.
He will be host. He's host.
And now he's just getting that house. Good point as well. He's only producing for money. Oh man,
that's bad.
There's a second now.
This is bad.
Okay, now he's getting the third. DauT is basically like ahead. Is DauT even ahead in production here? The advantage in Feudal Age didn't really matter because DauT handled the transition better.
Because
oh, and now he's housed.
He really wanted to fast.
Very brief house.
I think Slam really wanted to push and try to be as fast as up as possible, and he a little bit lost his economy.
But certainly not totally game losing in either case. Both players have about the same number of galleys. Let's see how they try to engage here. Right on that edge as Slam's trying to put up a fourth dock here. Scout from DauT sees it, trying to harass, but the scout of Slam is protecting it, plus these galleys as well. Oh, yeah, you can see from the production, DauT is very slightly ahead. He's got 5 to the 4 of Slam. Slam needs to wait for that 5th to come out. There it is. Ooh, and he's running right into DauT, who's moved in a position that he really can't miss. He's moving right on top of him. And with the numbers, this is probably really bad for Slam. Slam's going to have to back away 6 galleys for DauT, and he lost 1 and has 1 very critically damaged Slam. But he's actually moving over to get it repaired.
Yeah, both players do. You can see DauT doing exactly the same.
Indeed, the difference, of course, being that Slam actually lost 1 in that engagement here. Blacksmith going up for Slam earlier than DauT, so he'll be the first to get fletching, you would think here.
Fletching is so important in the water fights like this, the close water fights.
Both players have 9, or oh, sorry, 8 actually for Slam here. In terms of number of galleys, but DauT's playing safe. He's just sitting in front of his docks waiting. Now he's moving forward into the patrolling ships of Slam, who immediately is going to flank and back away, and DauT does the same. Doesn't look like either player is trying to commit too much at this point in the game. 45 pop for Slam, 47 for DauT as both players move in. Slam's the one who backs away, but now he's running back in with that kind of flanking maneuver. Is DauT moving into a dangerous position to try to attack Slam here? No, they're both just kind of feeling each other out.
We can see that with select DauT's galleys, there are so many low HP galleys.
1 galley down for each player as they both try to back away, avoiding too much fire. 16 ships. Oh, DauT's got like a 2-ship advantage here. We'll see how this goes for him, but he's just missing with most of his shots. He needs to be careful, although now he's got kind of open on the fishing, which he does take 1 fishing boat now, but Slam moves it away, and now he's moving to a dangerous position where both players can get hits in. DauT looks like he's winning this to me.
Yeah, DauT is, I think he's producing better.
Oh, and he's taking some pretty large amount of damage from his docks that are just producing that galley, because DauT is right in front of Ooh, two galleys down for DauT here, and maybe now Slam's trying to turn this around a little bit. DauT needs to get his reinforcements up in here. Slam moves in from both sides, and he's got more galleys, I think, here, and he's running this galley up front, but it's not really helping too much. It's pretty even at this point, but now that DauT's brought in reinforcements to the south, he's definitely in the advantage here. You can see there's about 6 galleys left, but with reinforcements coming in, maybe DauT will back away. Both players losing pretty close to the similar number of boats there. Scores say DauT's ahead.
Population-wise, there's two population difference.
A lot of weak boats in that formation for Slam.
We can see that DauT is making market already. It will be interesting to see if he will decide to sell stone to try get faster castle time.
Seems like both players are kind of got their eye on the castle each here, getting about 500 food each in their kind of stockpiles. Maybe getting ready. Maybe playing a little safe too.
What was fair for both players that on the Baltic there is loads of, not loads of, but many free ships. And actually none of the players got any free ships. So they are both in a fair situation there. Because those free ships can...
Ooh, Slam takes out 2 fishing ships here, but he lost 2 galleys in the process. I'm not necessarily sure that was worth it, because now he's at a galley disadvantage as far as I can tell. It's hard to... Let's look at the numbers. 17 for DauT. 15 for Slam.
And look at DauT. Look at DauT is imping. Not imping, castling, and he sold the stone.
He did sell the stone. He's the one who did it. Slam won't be too far behind him. He's just about got the food to do it. There he goes. Maybe, what, that's like 30, 45 seconds behind DauT.
And we can see that DauT is starting adding docks.
Ooh, nice hit by Slam. Oh, nice hit, but it's 2 hits by Slam onto that. Now he loses 1. As he's trying to kind of do that hit, flank, and back away to avoid damage. Did good on those first 2 hits, but then DauT kind of killed one of his galleys. Moving in again, taking out galleys as he goes. Slam looks like he's doing okay here. Moving back into the lead,
yeah,
both
Slam.
players with 18 ships.
You can see that Slam's micro is a little bit better. He's producing less, but he keeps same amounts of the galleys for both.
And now DauT's actually got to move his fishing boats kind of into that little... Oh, and now he's up to Castle Age is DauT. So let's see what Slam chooses to do. He knows he's just about up to Castle... Oh, he's going to try to kill his fishing boats. He only takes 1, and now he's going to back away. Or is he trying to do as much damage? Maybe thinking DauT will get too aggressive here, knowing that he's got the War Galley upgrade here shortly, but he doesn't want to maybe push his luck here. Backing away, flanking, and doing a good job of it. Wow, Slam is doing really well. Oh my god, he kills another one. Now he's starting to lose a couple. War Galley just about to finish. DauT trying to move into position with his War Galleys that he would be able to do a lot of damage, and Slam's now going to be in full retreat, knowing that it's going to be a little bit before he's able to get that War Galley upgrade. He's going to lose these fish here. Or at least make them run away. This will be interesting. 22 ships for DauT.
And we can see DauT is making university and Slam as well. They're both going for the ballistics. And Slam only now is adding 5th dock. I think it's too late. You need to start adding dock as soon as you click up Castle Age.
20 ships for Slam, 26 for DauT.
Yeah, that 1 extra dock is making difference in the amount.
Scores are still pretty much neck and neck. Neither player is investing in a second town center, focusing on trying to win this water here. And DauT's just kind of sitting in front of his
DauT
docks.
has some idle docks, but DauT has some idle docks. He needs to check his production. And we will see that the next second when DauT will get ballistics, he will engage in the fight.
Yeah, maybe waiting on ballistics to get engaged. How is Slam doing here? as they engage. The battle lines have been drawn right across the middle of this little lake here. It's really hard to tell that both players have a pretty good-sized line of galleys, war galleys, fighting at each other. I think Slam might have a, I don't know, slight advantage here. Hard to tell, but let's try to look at the numbers. 16 ships for Slam, 14 for DauT, 18 for DauT, but some of those have just been produced. And no, actually, DauT's definitely winning this. You can see he's got all these galleys on both sides of Slam here, pushing him back, and Slam's actually going to just sit here and let them die. He's now completely outnumbered. Backing away into the corner, maybe hoping he can get some reinforcements. It doesn't look good for him. He's lost that pretty significantly. It looks like that DauT still got, like double-digit boats sitting on his docks, waiting for them to come out and pop them in the face with those, whatever the hell you call those arrows that the war galleys shoot. Bad news bears for Slam.
Slam is giving up water. He made second TC.
Second TC's up. He's still got a couple of galleys queued up. We'll see if he cancels them or not. He's actually got a third TC up in production as well to his left of his original town center. As for DauT, he's just now making his second, and actually is queuing up his third, moving a lot of villagers off of wood to make those TCs, knowing that he's got the water secure.
And what is Slam doing is just making one galley in the docks, so DauT doesn't know if he keeps producing galleys or he's giving off water.
Indeed, but see how that actually works out with him, because the docks are going to die pretty quickly here against that much galley fire. Fourth town center also going up for Slam here, so just going to hope he can get a better eco and do something on land against DauT here.
Oh, and Slam is going for the fourth TC. And we can see even when DauT won the water, the score lead at least is not that significant. It's only 500 score difference between the players.
Yeah, with I mean the way the land is kind of set up for Slam, you can see that he doesn't have anything on land that's in danger of getting attacked by war galleys, other than maybe like a house or two. It's not like any of his villagers are right on the coast or near the coast, or any of his important resources are. So maybe Slam can try to turn this around.
Yeah, he isn't in that big of a disadvantage as it looks like.
Certainly losing water
from
in the castle isn't the same as losing in Feudal.
Look at the right side of the map.
Oh, trying to sneak.
But what is bad is that that passage is so narrow, and on the right side it's so narrow that DauT can just put the ships and he will be safe. That is not the best place to sneak in. Left side would be definitely better spot.
Indeed, he's going to be right up near that water when he tries to build whatever he's trying to go to build on the right side of the map. I heard a monk come out. He's just trying to get this relic. Let's see. Builds his economy, 79 population for him, 100 for DauT, but of course a lot of those are invested in those war galleys, which maybe won't be totally useful, although I guess that could change if he actually sees this forward that Slam is trying to build in the corner. Oh, he could build just right in the corner, I guess. But DauT could wall that off pretty easily if he sees it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what those villagers are doing. Maybe they will. Oh, and DauT will, DauT will see.
Here comes the wall, and he's also sees the outpost, and he's got that war galley right there, so he's not going to get snuck up on here. As for the other side, he's also got a war galley kind of parked in that little inlet right near the edge of the map on the left side. But Slam's still sending forward with these villagers. I mean, what else can he do? Well, now he's losing them to that war galley.
That's what I was talking about, the difference between Baltic and Mediterranean, because the sides are much narrower compared in both maps. It's much harder to sneak in this map. And we can see Slam is making castle in front of his DC. But it's a little bit far away from the coastline. He will need either towers upgraded or make one extra castle next to the shoreline. Because right now he cannot retake the water from, with that castle.
You think that's a plan here? Is he going to try to retake water? Still got a lot of stone miners.
Yeah,
he could make a second castle soon.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
That's on the right side of the map. That's what he's doing with those forward villagers that he's kind of backed away.
That's sneaky, Doc.
Look at all the fishing boats that DauT has now built, knowing that he's controlling water, but he hasn't found these docks on the right side of for Slam just yet. Imperial Age going up for both players, and they're basically even in terms of Imperial Age time.
Yeah, and in population they're pretty much the same too. So that's why I was saying that losing water in Castle Age is not that big of a deal. And actually those fishing boats, of course they are good food income, but they are kind of losing their efficiency.
Well, DauT is also trying to forward here on the left side. He's making some men-at-arms, obviously going to try to upgrade them to champs or whatever. Couple of barracks is queued up, and a siege workshop as well will maybe go up here soon. But he still hasn't found the docks over here on the right side of the lake.
Yeah, but the thing is that land is so big on this map. You can give up the water and win the game. Because the land is so big.
Well, Slam definitely sees it now.
Not only Slam... Yeah. And not only Slam can just boom on the land and not be affected by the water, but DauT has pretty good map too against the water.
DauT pops some of these longswords so now to kill that monk. Castle is up on the left side, and a second one going up as well. So this will be the third castle for Slam. Gonna take a little bit of a siege for DauT to try to push through that left side of Slam's base.
Oh, he can't push with he needs that trebuchet because Slam is making berserks.
Trying to head forward here with these long swordsmen, but they just run right into that castle, and now they're gonna back away for DauT. Couple of ships coming over on the right side from Slam.
And Slam is getting elite berserk.
Oh, this will be fun.
We can see only that DauT has much better economy. He has so many resources he can spend. Not much better economy, but he has much more stockpile.
But they both have pretty similar numbers here, both about 150 population at the moment. Two-hand swordsman is now finished for DauT. Some battering rams being built, obviously he'll upgrade them shortly. Oh, and here comes Slam back onto the water. You can see he's got the galleon upgrade research. Doesn't have bracer or chemistry, but DauT obviously wasn't prepared for this because he's already lost almost all of his ships. And Slam just actually doesn't know where the majority of the fishing ships are for DauT over here on the right side of the lake. Let's see if he can locate them as DauT tries to prepare for a land attack on the left side. Oh, but Slam's moving away. As he runs in with his berserks. Both players had about the same upgrades, all the armor upgrades, only one of the attack upgrades, as they engage with champion versus berserk battle right under this castle here for DauT. Hard to tell who exactly is winning at this point. Maybe a slight advantage here for Slam, but obviously way more reinforcements are closer for DauT, and he'll slowly maybe be able to beat away this berserker attack. Or not. Still a lot of berserks left.
Well, champs should beat them berserks. And actually, I'm thinking that losing those fishing ships for DauT would be good. It would make him make more villagers and make more farms, which is more efficient food income, and plus it would clear up his population.
Well, it doesn't look like Slam's gonna, you know, agree with you there, because he's just kind of sitting here on those docks. Doesn't look like he's gonna find those fishing ships on the right side. Treb is out for DauT. Gonna start trying. Oh, no, I take it back.
That even when Slam wins the water, Yeah,
He
now
has
those
found
skirmishes
it.
are gone.
Yeah,
But we
he's
can
seen
see,
it now.
but we can see that Slam wins the water, but the water isn't really important. It will be the game will be decided who wins that champion and berserk fight, not who wins the water fight.
Well, a little bit of a tech switch here from Sam. Looks like he's trying to switch into Arbalest. He needs some more upgrades, but he's queued up a whole bunch of archers out here. He obviously has the bracer upgrade already from his boats. And he can maybe have some time here, knowing that he's got those castles up as to take down a little bit of time to get through them.
DauT needs to make the castle on the left side where the Slam just send the galleons where his 2 golds are.
Oh yeah, Slam, if he just moves to the south, can take this gold miner out, this gold mine out, and some woodcutters.
That's the only part of the economy which is close to water from DauT.
But DauT's going forward now. He's already got Trebs coming in on this castle over here to the left side. He's starting to send a whole bunch of batter rams. Look at all these capped rams that DauT has. Slam trying to move in with some berserks, and he's got a bunch of arbos as well. They're actually going to do, I think, a good amount of damage from these champions who are going to have to back away on the left side. But the rams obviously will be doing okay. He doesn't have any of those melee units over on that left side to deal with them, as DauT kind of brings those berserks back under the castle fire and the champion attacks. Siege ram now finished for DauT. Doesn't look like Slam's going to be able to save that castle on the left side.
Yeah, and where's the problem for the Slam is if he loses the castle he cannot make berserks. And for the DauT to counter the arbalists will be really easy, just make elite plummets. Not elite plummets, elite skirmishers.
Well, now he's sending all these berserks over on the left side, which are basically where only the siege rams are, trying to keep the arbalists on the right side to deal with the champions. Unfortunately, he has lost that second castle, but he's going to kill a lot of units here, I think. The downside for him is that he's already lost 2 castles, can't make more berserks, well, he does have a 3rd castle up over here on the right side. But a little bit tough for him, although I think he'll eventually win this fight. Might need to change his emphasis on how he can deal with the land units coming here from DauT, as DauT's going to start to back away. Almost fully upgraded on those arbos, and by the way, he does have a couple of galleons over on the right side, trying to do what they can, although they're not going to stop this castle going up from DauT. 3 castles now up over here on the left side for him.
DauT means that skirmishers to his army.
Yeah, at the moment it doesn't look like, other than the rams, that DauT is investing anything into anti-arbalists, which is the brunt of the army here for Slam. He's sending all these champions right at these arbalists. I don't think that's a great idea. Now he's going to have to back away. He does have a lot of siege going in on that right side castle, though.
And Slam is going to lose all his last castle. That's it, he cannot make any more berserkers.
3 castles now in total loss.
When you make army which is from the castles, you lose the castles and you cannot reproduce the army. While DauT is just making champions and making more barracks is really easy. That's the downside of Slam's strategy.
Well, let's see what Slam tries to do. He's actually kind of housed right here. Now that he's lost 60 population, he could build from those 3 castles. Trying to get some siege rams.
Gold, and he's lacking wood.
And more, I'm just seeing more archery ranges going up here. It's like he's not phased at all by losing those berserk productions. But now he's going to try to push over here from the left side onto this castle. There are a couple of mangonels out here for DauT, maybe seeing an onager upgrade here shortly to try to deal with these arbalists from Slam. He's taking the onager. Yeah, there are now onagers onto these siege rams. Pouring a battle line of champions versus berserks. The last few berserks left from Slam's army, and he's already lost all those siege rams. Now he has to back away. Can't take onager fire in that giant mass of arbalists. He's going to back away and kill more units, but this is not looking good for him. DauT's able to hold his position.
It seems really impossible for a Slam at this point.
skirmishers, as mentioned, are now coming out for DauT. And he's just backing his onagers away from those siege rams. Tough for Slam to do too much. Another castle going up for DauT. By the way, he never even moved onto that gold with his boats, although there only were like 3 miners there, but still. GG's called by Slam. Looks like that's going to be it. DauT's going to take a 3-0 lead here in this matchup. Oh, fuck, I forgot to hit achievements again. I'm like the worst spectator ever.